Good morning, Class 5-3. Mr. Waterman here with today's Period 2 lesson for Language Arts on Friday, February 5th, 2021. Now that we are all finished with our grammar activities in Period 1, I need you to pay very special close attention to what I'm going to say to you in this video. Okay? It's going to be short, but it's going to be very important. Now, yesterday, I talked to you about the next story we are starting. It is called Moses Goes to a Concert. I read through the first page with you about a deaf person and what it means because they can't hear. And also, I talked about how deaf people can enjoy music. And I went through the vocabulary words with you. I gave you an assignment, and that assignment was to answer these two questions. The first question was, have you ever seen a deaf person using sign language? By sign language, I mean using their hands, making different signs to communicate. This is how they talk to other deaf people. And they can also talk to people this way who are not deaf. There are people who learn sign language to be able to communicate with deaf people. I also asked you to answer this question. Do you have family or friends who are deaf? I asked you to answer each question in a sentence. Now, I have given you assignments like this before where I have asked you to please answer questions in something called a contact form. The contact form is next to the link, the YouTube link where you can watch the video. It says contact form. In that form, okay, the contact form is shaped kind of like this, kind of like a box. Okay? In that box, it will ask you to write your name. Okay? So, for example, you would write your name. I'm going to write my Korean name, Taejun Lee. Okay? Now, it's going to ask you for your email address. Okay? Please type your email address. Okay, I'll use Taejun's as an example. Taejun Lee, or better yet, I'll do it lowercase because it's an email. Taejun Lee at gmail.com, where it says comment. This is where you write your answer, okay? So Taejun is going to answer question 1. Taejun says, yes, I have seen deaf people on the train using sign language. Okay? So that's question 1. Taejun has answered. Now Taejun will answer question 2. No, I don't have any family or friends who are deaf. Okay? And then you'll hit the send button. When you hit the send button, this will go to Mr. Waterman's email. Then I can see all of your answers. So, Taejun hits send. Mr. Waterman gets Taejun's answers. Mr. Waterman likes Taejun's answers because they're in complete sentences, they have capital letters, and they have full stops. For each of these questions, you get 5 points. Question 1 is 5 points. Question 2 is 5 points. This assignment is 10 points total. Now, when Mr. Waterman gets Taejun's answers, Mr. Waterman is going to click on Taejun's email address, and Mr. Waterman is going to email Taejun his score. Mr. Waterman, for example, will say, "Great answers, Taejun. I hope you will meet a deaf person in the future." Then Mr. Waterman will give Taejun a score, 10 out of 10. Okay? Now, when you don't complete assignments like this, this means you will not get points. Okay? We are going to do, as in your teachers, we are going to do your grades very soon, as a matter of fact. If I don't get responses from you, here's what happens. On your report card, let me find it here. On your report card, I give you scores that look like this. Okay? So if you get a 4, this means you have completed all work. A 3, you have completed most work. A 2, you have completed very little work. And a 1, you have completed no work. Please take these assignments very seriously. Okay? These are very easy points for you to get. If you didn't do this in Thursday's class, you have a chance to do it again today. But this is your only chance. If I don't get responses, you don't get points. If you don't get points, that means you get 1s. Understood? Now, if you have any problems or have any questions, this is the time to email Mr. Waterman. Okay? That's it for period 2. I want these answers. Take care, stay safe, be well, review everything that you have learned. There's a good chance I'm going to give you a quiz next week. Okay? And I'm not going to tell you what to study because you should be studying everything little by little every day. Okay? That's it. Have a great weekend and enjoy the rest of your day studying. Bye-bye for now.